What's up, YouTube? So we are on the way to do a repo that I didn't think was going to be a repo. Let me tell y'all a little bit about this car, though. Uh, it's a Chevy Equinox. The lady had so many issues with the last mechanic that did the oil change. They forgot to put oil in it. Well, it's not that they forgot. The filter, they didn't put the gasket on there, the O-ring. So all the oil ended up pouring out. And, she brought it to us to check because it was making a bunch of noise. We told her, hey, you've got engine issues now. So we sent her pictures of the damage we found from where it had no oil. Took it back to the shop, and this was a big shop, big franchise dealership. I can't remember if it was Chrysler or Dodge, same thing. But they took the car back, did the oil change, sent out for a metal, for an oil test to see if there's metal in the actual oil. They said there wasn't any, so they flushed it, sent her on her way. Now it's a repo. So my office lady called her this morning and told her, hey, there's no insurance on your car. And she pretty much just, I don't know what the conversation was, but didn't talk to her much. She said she would contact me. And I mean, I've been at the auction all day. That's why I have my office people keeping up with the insurance. But the vehicle was cut off for not having insurance, which is something we started doing this year. If you don't have insurance, then the car is going to get cut off. Brings down the liability to us, the customer, and other people that are on the road. It's common sense. It's the law. Gotta have insurance to drive a car. So she texted me and was like, hey, the car is cutting off on me. I was like, hey, it's not going to start back up because it does not have insurance. So she got pretty mad about that. But, we tell all the customers, hey, if your car does not have insurance, it's either getting repossessed, it's getting cut off, or you're able to drop it off at the office and just come pick it up whenever you get insurance back on it. So I'm gonna post up the screenshots of our conversation, which I don't know. Honestly, this lady, I helped her out so much, so I'm on my way to pick it up. But as y'all can see, she wasn't too happy about not being able to drive the car without insurance. And honestly, there's not much I can do. I'm not gonna allow her to drive it if I'm, able to. I can't just cut the car on, let her drive without insurance, and then her go get into a car wreck, and then it's a complete total loss for us. We have maybe 5 or 6 total lost cars a year that people do not have insurance on their cars, and they end up totaling them out before we were even aware of that. That's why we started doing the GPSs like this. Makes it easier, if a customer doesn't have insurance, they can't drive it, and as soon as they get insurance, we cut it back on. It avoids having to repossess the vehicle. It saves them $600, and it saves us plenty of time. Absolutely hate coming to this town, Winchester. So far, the ride out here is really, really slow, but we're here, probably about 20 minutes away from the location, and honestly, I had another car I was going to repo, but the guy actually ended up texting me right before. He just got the car 2 weeks ago. His first payment was due last week. I've been calling him since, Monday, Tuesday, and I called him again today, but he actually texted back. He said his speaker on his phone does not work. He can only text, and he's sorry for being past due. If I could send him the link to make the payment. And he sent me the card information so I can run his payment. So that one was really lucky. This other one, it's a repo. It sucks. I hate doing repos, but it's part of the business. Customer owes, I believe, about $3,800 on this Equinox. So here we are pulling up to where the vehicle is. And there it is right there. 2011 Chevy Equinox. I feel terrible about picking this car up, but I mean, it was a great customer, paid good, didn't really have no complaints. She got behind a couple times, kept good contact, and now all of a sudden she doesn't want it because I guess we cut it off and she wants to drive it with no insurance. So I'm honestly not sure, but let's go try to start it up.
Tow rig right here. She did say that the keys were in it, so let's go check. See the keys anywhere? Don't see the keys. I guess let me call her and see where they're at.
Found the keys. Let's see if it's gonna start. Starts right up. So now that we have it all loaded up, I guess the moral of the story is, if I tell you I'm gonna pick the car up because it doesn't have insurance, or if I tell you if it doesn't have insurance, it's not gonna run when I'm selling you the car, that does not change a few months down the road. It's actually been, I wanna say almost a year, so she could have just sold this to somebody on Marketplace, paid it off and kept some extra cash in her hand. Now I gotta deal with it. Now there's a repo fee. Now there's a few things added on to it. Keep your insurance active, make your payments, keep good contact with your dealer, whoever you're going through. I will say, I think I let this customer skip on about a month and a half worth of payments when she was struggling. But y'all gonna see that response that she had. You know, apparently it's a lemon car. I know she did have some mechanical issues. I helped her out with the rear brakes. That was an issue she had. I think a caliper in the back messed up, and I think she paid half of it and the other half on payments. I don't know. I just know I went above and beyond with this customer. Just because I go above and beyond does not mean that they will. And I guess I'm just gonna sell this cash. Might just put it back on the lot, who knows? And as always, make sure to subscribe, comment down below. Let me know if y'all would have handled this in a different way. If you were in the customer's shoes, what would you do? Honestly, I don't know what I could have done other than what I did. You know, my office lady contacted her, told her about not having no insurance. I told her car can't be driven with no insurance, and now we're here. So it's like, you know, could have been something as simple as, hey, let me not drive it and I'll call my insurance and get that figured out. Could have went way different, but we can't change everybody. We can't decide how everybody's gonna act. But what y'all can do is subscribe, so hit that subscribe button. See you on the next one. Okay, so this is 3 weeks after repoing that car, making that video right before, you know, the one y'all seen and got to this. She actually reported us to the Better Business Bureau, which I don't get why customers do that. They, like, it's a review website. Like, you pay to get, like me as a dealer or as a business, I can pay to up my ratings, which I don't. I think I've got 2 reviews on there in the last 8 years. I think Google reviews, you know, people see that more often now. But this is a report that she submitted, so she's gonna read it out. Make sure to read it loud. Y'all might see her jump because some bugs, but
Dreams Auto Sale is a buy here, pay here auto selling business with a connected mechanical repair shop attached to their business. They do in-house financing. When arriving at the place and taking a lot at their vehicles, I asked why all vehicles had their check engine light on. I test drove a few, found all the ones I test drove faulty, so I left. I received a call from their then secretary saying that the mechanic from their shop, now I know it's the owner, the dealership's father, had a vehicle that he had traded in and was in amazing shape and no check engine light was on. So, wait, that wasn't in there. Test drove the car for about 7 miles and agreed to buy it. After driving it 2 days, I contacted them and let them know the car was jerking and slipping. The owner went with me for a test drive and said he couldn't feel anything wrong with it at all. 2 weeks after, the brakes completely went out during a snowstorm. I paid him and his father $200 to fix all the front brakes. After fixing the brakes, I smelled a loud burning smell from the front of the car. They had done an oil change that they never disclosed or communicated with me. Left the cap off the motor, oil off, and the oil was burning for a week. They then refused to put any more oil because the car didn't need it.
And I'm gonna add these little screenshots to the screen so y'all can read it also, but it's some people don't know how to spell, including me.
And just sprayed the motor with water. 2 weeks after that, a stability track light came on the car and they said I needed to fix a sensor. They charged $100 for the sensor, then said the sensor wasn't the issue, that the whole system had to be replaced, $450. This is only the first 2 months of me having this car. The car has had 8 different issues, all paid for me out of pocket since December 2023. 2 days ago, he shut it off for no insurance. The insurance had lapsed 4 days prior. I told him today I would get the insurance back on it and make my payment, and he said no. He refuses to give me my car back. He called it a repossession due to no insurance, but told me he was picking it up due to it being in public. Investigate this man.
So that was her review or her report to the Better Business Bureau. And I got this while we was on vacation, so I didn't respond like the same day. I think it was like later that night. But this is my response to it.
This customer is correct. We are a buy here, pay here lot that offers in-house financing. We also have a shop that many of our customers choose to use in case they don't have their own preferred mechanic or shop. We offer pretty decent discounts, as you can see from her review. She was able to get new brakes for a deep discount. It's normally about $350 repair. We was able to get her done for $200. We even went as far as only accepting half payment, and the other half was added to her bill. Looked at my records, and I also see the $100 she spent on getting an ABS sensor replaced. While vehicles are in our shop, we do check fluids and top off any fluids needed. Our mechanic left the oil cap off, so some oil did spray out. As soon as we were aware of the issue, we had it back at our shop and made it right. We put the cap back on, checked the fluids, and detailed the engine. Customer was happy and never said anything negative. We went above and beyond with this customer, even letting her get a few payments behind multiple times. I had always made it very clear with her and any of my customers who purchase vehicles from us. I can work with your payment if you get behind and need some help, but I cannot allow a customer to drive a vehicle without insurance. That's a huge liability. Sorry. Where is it at? That's a huge liability to us and also everyone else on the road. Last week, she was contacted by our office assistant and was told she had no insurance and could not be driving the vehicle. She quickly rushed off the phone and said she would call us back. No call back, and vehicle was turned off. Once vehicle was cut off, she finally called, and I explained to her she can't drive vehicle without insurance, but as soon as insurance is active, vehicle is good to be driven. She was extremely disrespectful. Her exact response was, "I'm beat done with this trash beat car. I should have let you kept it."
She actually said trash ass car.
"I should have let you kept it. Soon as I realized you sold me a lemon. Come get it." We repossessed the vehicle for failure to maintain insurance. A few days later, she called, said she was going to get insurance and pick car up. I told her it was repossessed for no insurance, and after being talked to like that, I no longer wanted to finance for the vehicle. So long story short, if you're looking for a vehicle and have a job and can keep insurance, hit us up. If you're looking for a vehicle and plan on driving around with no insurance, then we are not the car lot to buy from. We have had plenty of customers who cannot pay for insurance or their insurance lapse, and they park the vehicle at their home or at our shop and drive it as soon as insurance is back active without any issues. We love those responsible customers. We don't deal with disrespect at all. Sorry that you had an amazing experience with us till the day you decided to disrespect us and vehicle was repossessed due to your own fault. All this could have been avoided by just paying for insurance when you was supposed to. We have no control of that. We did everything we could.
So that was my response, and I mean, I don't know what to say other than, I guess you can turn a bad review into a good review, or a bad review into a good response. But yeah, we've got the car at the lot now, and I'm not gonna sell it back to her. And I don't know what she was trying to get out of BBB, out of the Better Business Bureau. Apparently she wants them to investigate me because she can't keep insurance on her own car. So yeah, I think that's really it. So make sure to subscribe. Let me know what you think about customers like this, and we'll see you on the next video.